Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. In the last episode, we managed to hook up Aveline and Donick. I think they're just adorable together. I love their relationship, and it seems that Aveline wants to speak to us, which we are more than happy to oblige with. Hello, my dear.
It's a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the Guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it. Trouble, Hawk?
You say that like you expect it.
You don't know the half of it. And why don't you, by the way? Why aren't you tail deep in the problems of this city? Sure, you do good, but petition a title, take a job. The Guard is always looking.
I thought I was doing well. You're the captain, not me. You complain while helping me. Ooh. I think Amelia is inclined to put this back on Aveline. She knows that Aveline doesn't mean this. She's clearly stressed, and she's just she's just talking. That's the thing. She doesn't actually mean any of this. Also, to be very blunt, Amelia still has plans to go into the circle. That has always been Amelia's end goal. Right now, you know, knowing that her mother is potentially trying to find a second husband, that's what Amelia's waiting for. As soon as her mother gets remarried, she's like, right, someone will look after her. I can go and be in the circle. That is her plan. That is still her end goal. So, you know, taking a job in the city guard, yeah, no. One, I don't think Amelia is cut out for that, given the fact that all she can do is heal. And two, it really wouldn't be a very long-lived career.
Don't blame me for not being you. I'd make a poor guard.
Well, we agree on that. I don't really see you taking my orders. Besides, you won't catch me saying you don't have an effect. You've certainly had one on Hightown.
But
maybe it's time to get serious, before the option isn't your own.
Oh, girl, you need my humor. You need my humor. Also, without her humor, Amelia is just a ball of nerves. All she would do is sit in a corner and cry, or she would stand someplace and not say anything whilst looking petrified. Without her humor, Amelia is a nervous wreck.
you don't want me as sour and dour as you. You need a counterpoint.
I don't think I've asked to be made the butt of your jokes.
Donick.
Okay, sometimes I have asked for it. I do wish there was more time for levity. It comes so easy to you. Maybe a little too easy. That's all I'm saying.
A little too easy because that is Amelia's defense technique. It's how she survives. Oh, all we have left is offered and lost. Oh, God. More Qunari. That's just what we want. Is there a, there's a party gather spot in the main hall. There we go. Because this is not the party I want for this. Okay, who have I written down? I want Aveline, Sebastian, and Fenris. There we go. And you all have levels. Okay. You want 2 Constitution, 1 Strength. And you can have that. There we go. You want... Ooh... He still has such low cunning, so I'm just gonna dump everything. And that. And you want 2 strength, 1 constitution, and this. There we go. Alrighty then, Bran. Oh, a good day to you too, sir. Thank you. Now then, if I remember correctly, this entire quest, what the Viscount told us all those episodes ago, there was a Qunari ambassador that visited him. The meeting went very well. They were seen leaving the Viscount's office, but they were not seen by the guards at basically at the gate. So in between here and the front gates, they disappeared into thin air, which is rather difficult, you know, considering how big and horned Qunari are.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all, but that is neither here nor there.
Amelia would prefer that she were not involved at all. She agrees with you. She's not built for dealing with the Qunari. Were they vulnerable somehow? Does the Arashok know? Could this be a Qunari? Yes. Yes, this is what Amelia is thinking, and you seem reluctant. Amelia's reluctant to look. Let's be honest. This. First and foremost, this to Amelia screams Qunari plot. This is to, you know, instigate fighting. This is so that they can say, oh, well, we had people go missing, therefore we can wage war in Kirkwall. That's what Amelia is thinking is happening.
The Arashok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arashok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Qunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent, but there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Qunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
Me, the player, I'm like, Bran, you're an arsehole. Amelia is like, yes. I agree with all of this. Ooh, Again, Amelia thinks that this is a Qunari plot, so she's like, oh, the Arashok will obviously know because he orchestrated this.
Has anyone reported this to the Qunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Qunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Qunari from his weapon.
Otherwise, they might go a little bit ballistic and murder an entire farmhold of people down to the last woman and child. But, you know, who would do that? Oh, Sten, I miss you. Do you have anything useful in this matter? So far, he's just kind of put forward conjecture and Qunari hatred, which Amelia can get behind, but me, the player, not so much.
So where would you start, if you were the starting type?
I would begin with the most obvious failure. It's clear the City Guard has no excuse for allowing this, unless they were involved.
Have any failed to report?
Several. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Even I know that. Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link. Please keep this quiet. The Viscount is under enough scrutiny as it is.
I love that last
keep it
little
quiet,
sequence.
The Viscount mustn't be disturbed.
Oh, okay, sir. I just love that. I'm sure I wouldn't know where to look. And Fenris, the hangman, almost immediately, it's like, no, I know. We all know. Even the choir boy knows. Oh dear. Now, we could head to the hanged man. However, Amelia wants to head somewhere else first. She wants to go confront the Qunari, because that's what she believes. The Qunari are clearly behind all this, so what does the Arashok have to say? Oh, game? Game, are you... Every time that happens, it causes me to panic a little bit. You alright? Can I come in?
You were allowed, Basra, until the Arishok declares otherwise.
Thank you.
What do you want, Hawk? I have no interest in adding to my distractions.
And yet you sent a delegate to the Viscount.
A brief attempt to educate. If the dwarf had stolen the Sarkanek, it could have been used to show the price of greed. But you know the outcome of that. These fools are determined to be wrong. I won't waste the effort again.
I won't trouble you further. Your delegate is missing. Yeah. Amelia is just going to tell him. Not from a place of like, oh, I'm coming to tell you this. She wants to confront him. She wants to see his reaction. She wants to see if there's any like, oh no, they are missing. I wonder where they could have possibly gone. You know, like, that's what she's looking for. She's looking for feigned confusion here, because that's what she's expecting.
I'll probably regret this, but you should know your delegate is missing.
Anyone else, and those words would have been their last. You are handling this, not your buffoon of a Viscount.
As best I can.
Then I will wait. But know this, the provocations we have suffered have worked. If this is not resolved, I can fulfill my duty to the Qun with far less annoyance by sifting through rubble.
As if there wasn't enough pressure.
Not necessarily the reaction Amelia expected. As I said, I think she expected fake confusion. Maybe, like, yelling. You know, like, oh, how could you let them go missing? How could the Viscount let them go missing? This means war. She certainly didn't expect him to be like, oh, you're handling this, then I'll wait. And I think that's kind of put her on the back foot. She's like, wait, what do you mean you'll wait? 'Cause I'm dealing with this. What? Why do I inspire so much faith in you? Please don't say that. That's what Amelia's thinking. Now then, where is our weak link? Hello? Orwald the Braggart. You're right.
You're doing well for yourself.
That's right, pal. Tonight I'm paid and blessed, and all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen oxmen.
Aveline, would you like to speak to your guardsman?
Guard Captain, would you like to have a word with your man?
Guard captain?
Who?
What?
Who?
Who what? I don't...
Who bought you? Who bought the honor of a proud guard of Kirkwall and made him a drunken Mabari bitch?
I don't know. He was a Templar, I swear. He had the seal of the Grand Cleric and everything. It's true.
The penalty for abandoning your post is 10 days on the wall. I expect you to report in the morning. There's your answer. A Templar.
With the Grand Cleric's seal, no less. Well done.
One, I love what Aveline says there. Who bought the honor of a proud guard of Kirkwall and made him into a drunken Mabari bitch? I'm like, oh, Aveline, bravo. But a Templar with the seal of the Grand Cleric. Amelia has, I think, on one hand, I think Amelia is kind of like, oh shit, does that mean the race war is finally happening? Is the Chantry getting involved? They're saying we can go ahead with this race war? But then I think part of her is like, or was this something a little bit more nefarious? We've seen what happened with Elaine, with Ella, and I think it's starting to build up in Amelia's mind. This is another slightly dodgy thing that's happening. And based on those past two incidents, there's this little nagging feeling in the pit of Amelia's stomach that's kind of like, are we certain that this was authorized? Like, is this some ruse, or is this what I've been waiting for all these years? She just needs clarification.
The man was a drunk. Surely you don't think Grand Cleric Elthina is funding zealots?
Don't forget the kidnapped Qunari. That too.
Keep an open mind, Hawk. Elthina isn't behind this.
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her, 3 Qunari leave an estate. And let her finish.
Sarah Hawk.
Sister Patrice.
Mother Patrice. Time has changed us both. Grand Cleric Elthina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
And here we are again. I think Amelia would have remembered Sister Patrice's words very well. If you remember, after what went down with Katojan, Amelia reported back to Patrice, and Patrice's response was, oh god, what was it? It was words to the effect of, I will not seek help from outside the faithful again. And coming from a Chantry sister, that would have really hurt Amelia. That would have really hurt, especially when Amelia's only crime in that situation was not dying. That was it. Amelia did what Patrice asked. She led Katojan out of Kirkwall. They were found by Qunari. Amelia returned Katojan to his people because Amelia didn't really care about Katojan. And then they tried to kill her. She defended herself. And because she didn't die, Patrice labeled her as unfaithful. And that would have... Amelia wasn't angry at Patrice. I think she was disgusted. Because her plan was, let's kill off good Andrastian citizens to start the race war. Amelia wants the race war to start, but not at the cost of Andrastian lives. And so she was disgusted by that. She was hurt by the insinuation that she wasn't one of the faithful. And Qunari trouble, and you're making an appearance. How suspicious.
Funny how you and issues with the Qunari seem to go together.
And you always assume their side. I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. that may be too fine a point for you to understand. But you must admit, you came out the better for it.
I love it. You always assume their side. Amelia is one of the most anti-Qunari people out there. All she did was that she didn't die. Ooh. To be fair, I don't think Amelia thought Elfina was behind this. Elfina's the Grand Cleric. You know, she... As Sebastian said, she wouldn't go giving her seal to random drunks. That doesn't make any sense. It makes more sense that this Templar, I wonder who that could be, misused Elfina's seal.
A Templar may have misjudged an order and abused the Grand Cleric's authority.
I assure you, the Templars would never embarrass the Chantry, at risk of the Knight Commander's wrath.
Men were hired for the righteous task of kidnapping a Qunari delegate. A pause that says you knew. But does her grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think... I'm trying to think what Amelia would be feeling right now. Because we now know who the culprit is. It's Mother Patrice, her Templar friend from all those years ago. Vanel, that was it, Sir Vanel. And they've misused Grand Cleric Elfina's seal. I think that kind of makes Amelia feel better about the Templars' involvement. Because clearly he's just going along with what the Chantry Mother says. She was probably the one who ordered him, hey, take this seal, do the thing, all of that. It wasn't so much that a Templar's gone rogue, it's that he's following orders from the wrong person. So I think that makes Amelia feel better about the Templars' involvement. But again, the fact that a Chantry Mother now, not just a Chantry sister, a Chantry Mother is... I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, she's using manipulation tactics. And just being very, very not Andrastian. I don't think Amelia associates, you know, Chantry priests with cunning, manipulation, you know, politicking. She doesn't think about them in that way. She imagines the, you know, the kindly, you know, like, we are here for all. Come, children, we will sing the chant of light. You know, she thinks of them as peaceful, maybe a little bit naive. Patrice is none of those things. So the fact that Patrice has been able to get so far up in the Chantry hierarchy when she is so not Andrastian in Amelia's mind, that... Again, the little gnawing feeling at the pit of her stomach, it's no longer, oh god, what if the Templars are involved in something dodgy again? It's now, what if the Chantry isn't as safe as I thought it was? What if there are more women like Patrice? Oh god, you know, now I can't even trust a Chantry Mother, goddamn. Ooh... in this situation, I don't think we want to be joking. As unandrastian as Amelia views Patrice, she is still a Chantry Mother. We can't be getting pissy with her. We do still have to show respect.
I'll speak to her grace another time. You will not always be here.
Stubborn. All right, Sirrah Hawk. if you won't abandon this, let me offer you something. The Templar you seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
And his relation to you is?
He is my former bodyguard, Ser Vonel. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation. Meet me at this location. I invite you, Sirrah Hawk. Come see the unrest these Qunari have inspired.
Need I say I'm skeptical?
It's her game, for the moment.
Literally, all Patrice had to do was ask Amelia, hey, what do you think about the Qunari? And Amelia would have said, oh, they're heathen oxmen. They should be wiped off the face of the earth. They have no business being in Kirkwall. Like, literally, that's all Patrice had to do. And she would have seen that Amelia thinks the exact same way as she does. But she didn't. She didn't. Also, Elthina, huh? Yeah, I'ma still speak to you. I'ma still gonna speak to you, love. You're right.
Is something troubling you?
Yes. Someone has used your seal.
Did you know someone used the authority of your name to instigate a crime against the Qunari?
The path to righteousness is never as straight and narrow as we wish. I truly hoped this would not go so far. But do not trouble yourself. I will step in when it's time.
Well, she's not useless. She is helping the city in as much as her office allows her. You know, Amelia would not even consider saying those. Yeah, we've... Oh. This is new. If we ask about this, then we are outright admitting that we were involved in Sir Ulrich's death. Hell no. No thank you. Amelia ain't doing that. Amelia isn't admitting to anything. But yeah, so from what Elthina just said, it's clear that she knows that her seal was misused. Maybe not in what manner, but I do think she knew, like, something isn't quite right here. Something's going down. I'm not sure what. And she's saying she'll step in. From this, I think what Amelia is taking is that Elthina has not... She's not given the go-ahead to Mother Patrice. This is Patrice acting independently. And Elthina is saying, this isn't the right way. This is not the correct path. As such, I think Amelia is far more inclined to listen to the Grand Cleric than some random mother who attempted to have Andrastian citizens killed a number of years ago. Yeah, also, give me your blessing, please.
I'd always welcome your benediction.
Andraste, guide your steps in this difficult time.
And this is a difficult time. This is an extremely difficult time. We're dealing with zealots who, let's be brutally honest, Amelia does agree with.
What have I done now?
Oh.
You look like you wish to scold me.
I just can't fathom why you're still in Kirkwall. For 6 years you've been claiming you'll retake your parents' lands. You're smart. You'd be a capable ruler. What are you waiting for?
I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Do we ever get to know that?
Very true. Now then, I only have a minute left on my timer, so I am going to end off here. However, I want to finish my point. Yeah, Amelia agrees with the zealots, saying the Qunari should leave. However, she's not going to do anything without the Chantry's say-so. And if Elthina is saying, no, we make nice for now, we let them make the first move, we can't be attacking them, then Amelia's not going to attack them. And it's rather unfortunate that, you know, a Chantry mother who, under other circumstances, Amelia would probably be following. Patrice is saying all of the right things for Amelia. However, again, it's just the fact that Patrice is working independently. She doesn't have Elfina's say-so, and Amelia is going to listen to the Chantry priest who has the highest authority. And, you know, Patrice she's doing stuff that is getting people killed. It's just a shame. It's a real shame. In the next episode, we will go and track down Sir Varnell. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.